Hey guys, it's Sam. I thought I would do a little update for you today because things are not the same as they were in my last video. And although I am tired of doing planner hopping, I felt like this move was very much needed. So if you are interested in seeing what I'm doing with my planner right now, stay tuned. Before I get started, I just want to say thank you to Cynthia. Cynthia, if you're watching, I was so confused yesterday. I always keep a little coffee link, one of those little, if you want to send me a coffee link in my YouTube videos, and I never talk about it or share it just because it seems weird to me, but I always leave the link there. And she sent me a coffee yesterday, so thank you very much. I really appreciate it. It made me smile. It made my day, so thank you so much. I did in my last video share that I was using personal rings and Franklin Covey compact inserts, and I really thought that this was going to be like a real solution, an answer. It was going to be the thing. So I did purchase a couple of things. I purchased a download of some dividers that you can customize yourself. I bought a couple of other things for it. Oh, I forgot about this one. I bought a couple of other inserts that were inexpensive, and I also had mentioned that I had purchased inserts, digital inserts for Franklin Covey Compact, I don't know, probably last November. When things were starting to come out for 2024. And so I printed a bunch of stuff off and I purchased a couple of things. It wasn't anything crazy, but I really thought this was going to be great because even though Pocket was technically working for me, Pocket Plus, I felt like I was missing like the length of the page. And so I was like, well, I've used Personal so much and sometimes the pages seem just a little bit too narrow for me. And I thought, Franklin Covey Compact has to be the solution. And so I printed a couple of test things and I thought that it was going to be really good. So I do like the width of it, but I was finding that it was, I don't know, it was just feeling a little bit awkward, and that probably would have gone away, honestly, if I had kind of let it be. But I don't know. If something is not immediately feeling right to me, I usually just decide that I need to move out of it. So the calendar pages were working really well. I liked the width that I had in the boxes. And if you want to see the difference, let me just pull out this week's here. So Franklin Covey Compact is the same as Personal in height, but it is, I think it's a ½ inch. I think that it's a ½ inch wider. So let me line them up. So you have this much room. So effectively that becomes, well, the boxes themselves in this particular insert from Peanuts Planner Co. are just a little bit bigger, and then you get one more width-wise and the same in the length. So just a little bit more room to spread out in width, but it was a noticeable, comfortable difference for me, and I really liked it. What I wasn't, and let me see, I'm going to skip one of these because I don't want my personal information shown right now. The difference was, so going from Pocket Plus, which is absolutely adorable and very close in dimension to Personal as far as width goes, missing that extra length to be able to put like a really long running to-do list or a shopping list or whatever. It worked most other ways for me. Pocket Plus is definitely a size that I'm not gonna like get rid of my planners. It definitely can work for me, and I do love it, especially in the summer. I really, really love going into Pocket Plus when it's nice and warm outside and you're trying not to be weighed down and all of that. And all of the trackers are so adorable. I'm obsessed with how they look and I love them so much. And it's honestly little things like that that will bring me back to Pocket Plus every time. Let me grab it and I'll show you. Oh my gosh, my phone is gonna drive me nuts. It just stopped recording. It just stopped recording. I have the newest iPhone, and this is the first iPhone that I've had that has regularly just stopped recording for absolutely no reason, and it's about to make me nuts. Anyway, okay, so this is my Pocket rings from Moterm with pocket plus sized inserts, and just look how cute that is. And so moving to the Franklin Covey Compact, there were many things about the size that I liked in a couple of different spreads, but in all of my tracking pages that I had, it just looked way too big for me. And I was like, this is uncomfortably large. And I didn't like it. So I was immediately, visceral reaction. Also, and I didn't share with it. I didn't share it. I didn't do a video or anything. I did get the larger Moterm to work better with the tabs for the size of Franklin Covey Compact, and it was just too big feeling for me, and so I returned it. So Franklin Covey Compact, the nice thing is, the things that I did buy for this specifically, you can just trim them down by 1/2 inch and it still works in your personal size rings. So anything that I purchased specifically for this, I can just trim. And I did with several things. So I had purchased some more acetate from Peanuts Planner Co. and tabs, low profile tabs. And they arrived like the day after I switched back to personal rings. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to freak out about this. I'm just going to cut them down. And that's what I did. And then I was wondering where this was. So I just went ahead and I just trimmed all of my acetate down to the right size again and repunched everything. So this butterfly one is going to go in here somewhere. So I'll need to size that down. Let me go grab my supplies. And the lighting is changing. Okay. So this is not rocket science, but I'll just show you how I'm salvaging the remains of this project for Franklin Covey Compacts. So I just take something that I know is already sized correctly for the size, which, no, I don't want to use that. I was using one of those plastic fly leaves from Filofax, and I probably tucked it away somewhere. Yes, because I got pen on it. Okay, so I am just going to take this and I'm going to size it, and then I'm going to grab my pen and I'm just going to mark the end and the end. And then I'm going to try to cut it past the marks so that I don't see those. And I also could have measured it the other way so that I wouldn't have to repunch the holes, but it really doesn't matter. It will work either way. I'm going to make sure that my hole punch is at the right setting, or it will be wrong and I'll lose it anyway. Okay, so there's that. So I went back and I started setting up personal rings. And let me tell you, I have used personal rings so much, and sometimes, you know, you just are bored and you just want to do something different. But I was just feeling so at home when I moved back, and it's been, I don't even think I made it. Let's see. I filmed my last video it was either Saturday or Sunday, and I don't think that I even lasted 2 days from there. And I was so hopeful about the whole situation. And yeah. Okay, so I think I filmed on a Saturday, and my Moterm was supposed to be here on Sunday, and it was delayed until Monday. And by Monday, when the cover came, I was already over it. And I was like, well, I'm gonna just move into this cover and see if this like fixes all the things. And the cover came, and I was like, okay, this is over. This was a very short-lived relationship. So yeah, and I'm okay with that because I tried, and it's okay to fail because it was a size that I had never used before and I was very interested in, and it didn't work out. And why did this? I started with an L and it only Okay. Sometimes my kids grab this and who knows what they did. Let's try this again. Yeah, so I moved back into personal like immediately, and I'm just so happy that I did. It was working for me, and I can't remember now if it was, I thought it was the end of last year, and it could have also been the beginning of this year. And I don't know. You know what started it? What started the move away from personal was when I didn't want to use that Filofax insert that I purchased, and because I was on a no-buy and I couldn't buy an insert that I wanted, I ended up moving to Pocket. And Pocket is fine and good, and I love it, and I'm not getting rid of my Pockets, and I will definitely go back to this size. But for right now, I'm feeling much more peace and contentment in personal size. Except I couldn't decide on what cover I wanted to use, and I'm forever loving the Malden, but the Malden pen loop drives me nuts. So this is not my Malden. I mean, it's my Malden now. This was my Malden, and it is so used. I don't even know how long I've had it, but I've had it for years, and it was so used and loved. The pen loop was driving me absolutely insane, and I had tried everything to make the pen loop stretch out, and I feel like I ruined the leather. It was definitely yucky. And so I just, in desperation the other day, completely cut it out. And I could trim it up and make it look a little bit better. And then I put this little Foxy Fix something or other that I put a Leuchtturm pen loop on, and that was working fine. I was just sticking it in like this, and it was actually, when closed, it was hitting in the right spot. But I was like, you know what? I mean, let's see if we can do better. So I decided to order another Malden, and I got kind of brave and ordered from Amazon because they can be so much cheaper than the Filofax website. And I lucked out and got a good one. Because I feel like a lot of times when you order Filofaxes from Amazon, it's like the rejects that nobody else wanted. I don't know if there's something really going on with that, but that's how it seems sometimes, most of the time. So I was very prepared to return it and was pleasantly surprised. It does have a little bit of gapping in the rings, so there's that. But I'm okay with that as long as it turns without catching too much. And so it's not bothering me so far that the rings have a little bit of gapping. I know that I remembered like seeing somewhere that there was some kind of video for how to fix gapping rings. So I might look into that in the future, but for now we're all good. So yeah, it's set up. I spent a lot of time yesterday really encouraging this one, doing a bunch of rolling of the leather to try to help encourage some softness and some texture in the leather, because this one has a lot. I do like that this particular cover is a little bit darker than this ochre. Yeah, so the best thing about it is when I got it, I took the pen that I'm using and it actually fits. It will not fit all pens, but this pen is not like the slimmest pen that I have. So I'm pretty confident that it can fit a lot of different pens. Just let me see here. This is a U Brands that's just chilling on my desk, and that one fits just fine. Let me see, there's another U Brands here, and I think is a little thicker than that. Let's see if that works. Yeah. And so there are like a couple of different, the pen loop is like on the inside, the leather is folded over and then the bottom is folded over. So sometimes when you shove a pen through, it starts to like bring that leather. So I'll just go back through this way and then put my pen back in. But it fits a pen. It fits a pen, and I don't have to buy like a stick pen with a cap or anything to put my pen in my planner. And that is making me happier than you can even imagine. So I have it set up as a planner wallet combination currently. I haven't finished completely setting it up, but I'll just do a brief flip of what I have in here now. I have not completed this planning routine card from Peanuts Planner Co., but I want to put more thought into it before I start filling it out. But I do have like my ideal schedule here as well. And so I just have that in the front of my planner. I don't have anything in the zipper. I do have my most used cards and my driver's license here. I have this kind of photo dash something. I don't have any idea where I got this from. I've had it for a while now. Maybe Espresso Co. I don't know. And then I just have a picture of me and my husband on our dating anniversary last year, and I just added that Dymo label. I get those at Target, and I use these labels on everything, and I have for years, and I really enjoy just the simplicity of it. I really like them. This is some vellum from Peanuts Planner Co., and behind that is just some scrapbook paper from who knows where, from years gone by. This is a calendar from Peanuts Planner Co., and I was marking off the months with my pocket, and I haven't gotten to that yet in this size. I've just been working on getting it set up the way I want. Next is my inbox, and this is from Plan with Bee. And I don't have anything on the back because I don't want to turn the page. I want it to be front and center. So I just have it printed one paper because when you use her freebies, I'm pretty sure she must do them on Canva because of how they come out on the printer. It's just like one per page. And so if you wanted it front and back, you just print the front and back. So I just printed the front of this particular insert. And then I was just making some notes about things that I wanted in my planner, and then one blank piece of paper just to be able to scratch notes down on. This is also from Plan with Bee, 2024 holidays plus, and then she has this pretty daisy background on the back. This is 2024 overview, and I believe this one is from Nada Notes. She does have freebies available, and then I also have become one of her like coffee supporters, so it's like $3 a month to support her. Yeah, so I haven't started filling this out yet, but I will be tracking my PTO, sick days, that kind of thing on these papers. Next is Peanuts Planner Co., also a freebie, and this is her monthly bundle that you can get as part of her Facebook group. I am considering purchasing a different calendar, not for any reason other than I just found one that I really liked how it looked. So I'm going to think on that some more because I have not been making, or I've been trying to not make so much impulsive purchases, but my monthlies are very functional. I rarely decorate them, and if I do decorate them, I just put a piece of washi down the side, but I haven't even done that yet. But yeah, very functional. Rings are so functional for me, and they like bring me all of the calming vibes because I don't have to worry about drawing anything out. I don't have to worry about making anything. I mean, I like to have a neat planner, but I don't try to make it extra, and I don't do a lot of deco or anything. And it's just all about the lists, the trackers, the appointments, all of the things that I can just sit in an anxious moment and check off or write down, and I don't have to worry about running out of space or not being on the right day or anything like that. So rings is so functional and calming for me. This is my favorite weekly insert, and this one is also a freebie at Peanuts Planner Co., except for not, because this is a custom that I paid for her to change for me. So it usually has 2 columns going down this like notes space, and so I've changed that. I also edited the font, the size, and what order the days of the week go in. So I like this one because I do like to do all of these things. I don't have a lot going on each day. So my running to-do list, places that I need to be on certain days, I always like to have trackers. And then this week I did workout and meals, but I don't think I'm going to do meals going forward. Yeah. So I have probably, I don't know, 2 months of inserts in here, and I have all of March dated so far. And then the next section is my daily section, and I'm kind of trying to see if I'm gonna feel this out and if it's going to be a yes or a no, because I definitely go back and forth between if I want to do dailies or not. And this is a Peanuts Planner Co. insert as well. So you have your timed schedule, a to-do list, and then this has been historically where I've come back and done some sort of jot down memory. And this comes in super handy when I have not been in my journal like I wanted to be. So I just got the A6 Hobonichi and I was doing really well for several days, and then I just hit periods where I just don't feel like it, and then I don't, and then I get like bummed out because I haven't written anything down anywhere, and then I feel like I can't go backfill. So if I leave a little memory here, then that helps me go back to my journal if I want to, or if I decide that I'm going to archive these pages and hang on to them, then I essentially have like a diary light. And since I'm not a huge journaler, that is sometimes enough for me. And then, so if you print it the correct way, then when you flip to the next day, you also have it facing this way. And that's great because you don't have to work around the rings. This was kind of a daily that I was doing, but again, when you get to the other side, writing these things down, you have to work around the rings. I think I do prefer, for the most part, my daily to look like this, and any kind of otherwise list I'm fine with just using like that. The next section is my health and fitness section, and I didn't put this. Yeah, I did. Oh, that's right. Right. I've been putting the acetate before. Yes. Okay. So I'll be okay. This I purposely took out of order because I didn't want to share my personal information that was on the January and February page, but this is where I am tracking my cycle and my other symptoms with my female health, and this has worked really well for me. This one is also from Nada Notes, so I really like that. And then after that, let's see, I have a health log. Okay, next is my weight tracker, and this is a 52-week tracker from Peanuts Planner Co. And I'm going to put in my weight for that week. Like, I'm going to put in, because I do weigh myself, it's not every day, but I do weigh myself a couple of times a week. So I'll just be putting in my lowest weight of that particular week, and, or highest, I don't know. I'm going to put one of those two in here just so I can see what, you know, how my weight went along with my weight loss journey. I'm currently in a very difficult place where I'm in a big plateau right now, and I know that it's mostly hormone related, but it's not making me feel really any better about it, because this is the first time in the last year that I have completely felt stuck, and I'm trying not to panic about it, but I'm starting to panic about it. But anyway, I want to be able to see my progress, and even if things look kind of worthless right now in regards to my weight loss journey, I know that it will pick back up and I will be able to see the progress over the rest of the year. This is a workout tracker, and this is also from Peanuts Planner Co. And I'm not sure about this one, to be honest. I have a couple of different options available, and I'm trying to decide which one I want to use. Let me pull these out here. That's one thing about rings too, is if you order something and you're not sure, you might change your mind completely and use it for something else than you even thought you would use when you originally planned it. So this is a Filofax insert. Obviously it's all folded up, and I had intended this to be something completely different when I ordered it late last year. And then I decided I didn't want to use it. And then I think I would like to put my workouts here instead, so that I can see the whole month at one time. And I wanted this insert because I could take little notes off to the side, but this line is long enough that I could maybe make some kind of notation, or like emotion, or I don't know, something. But I kind of like the idea of being able to see so many months at one time. So we'll see. I mean, I wasn't using it for anything else currently, so even if I decide that I hate it, I'll just go back to using this one and it's fine. This is for my cycle log for the year for things written out, which is going to be more detailed than the like month snapshot here. This is just so I could easily see when, and this is going to give more information about like what else was going on, and I haven't had one yet this year, so that's why I haven't written anything down. Yeah, anyway. Behind that is last year's health log, and that's another thing that I love about rings, because instead of having to go back into a new planner and recopy all of this information, I just leave the insert there and the information is available to me. The next was some notes that I got from my last doctor's appointment. Here's notes about fasting with your hormones and keto, and some kind of like weight loss journals from last year that I've decided to keep in here so that I could look back at them. And then just a list of things that you should try to keep out of your personal care products, which we've been on kind of the journey of trying to find healthier alternatives, but I'll tell you, there's a couple of things that we have switched to that we're like switching back because we're not happy. And we're going to do the whole 80-20 thing here because some of it's not working out. And then I just have another empty workouts tracker here. And then I had this here, but to be honest, I'm not feeling these stars. And I was like, I thought I had butterflies. And then I couldn't find it, but I have to rescue it from myself. All right. The next section is lists and notes and trackers, I guess. So I usually do 6 sections, but the last couple of months of using rings, I have felt like I didn't need 6, and so I'm experimenting. And I have plenty of things with 6. This was a 5 insert set that I ordered of the dividers, and so I'm just going to play around and see what I need to change. And for now, I have like all of my trackers, all of my lists, and all of my notes, which it's not a lot of stuff because I'm just building this planner back up. So I'll wait to see as I add things to my planner if I think I need a second section, because I usually have one that's just trackers and then one that's lists and notes. And I usually have one for YouTube, but for right now, we'll see if this works. This is my online orders tracker. That's also from Peanuts Planner Co. This is a recurring tasks, and this is from, I don't remember right at this moment, but I will hopefully remember and flash it across the bottom of the screen. And I need to go back to my pocket and fill these things out here. And this is a, what is this? A categorized list, I think, from Peanuts Planner Co. She has them with 3 checkboxes and 5. You get both in the download. And I know that I had this, but I couldn't find it anywhere on the computer, so I had to repurchase it. I know that I have it because I use it all the time. But this is where I'm going to put down Christmas purchases, and then if it's been purchased, if it's arrived, and if it's been wrapped. And you never know when you might pick up a Christmas present, so I just have it ready to go. For the last, I don't know, 3 years, we've bought early Christmas presents and then completely forgotten about them by the time Christmas arrives. So this is designed to help that. Yeah. This is also from Peanuts Planner Co. This is menu and groceries. I've used this in the past, and I'm hoping to be better about it, so I added it back to my planner. So I just have a few of those, and then I have some empties. So extra health logs, which I'll probably file these away because I don't foresee needing that many right now. And then this was my other option, and you could use this for so many things. This can be one download that you pay just $3 for, and this could be where I track my YouTube videos, which is what I had planned for it. This could track my workouts in the same way that this one does. I'd just be turning the pages, and I still might do that. I'll see. This could be daily gratitude. This could be one line of journaling for every day. This has so many uses, and another beauty about ring planners is you just use it over and over again, and you just never have to spend any more money. So I have quite a few of these in here as well. And then some paper, random paper. So I have Filofax lined paper, Peanuts Planner Co. I think this is called a checklist. Just some other blank paper here and grid paper. I think this might be from Simple and Trendy Co. And then I have this folder from Espresso, I think, Espresso Co. And it does have an opening here, and I just decided to put cash in it because I found cash. I found cash in a planner, and I was like, oh, I guess I'll put that somewhere I can see it. And then one of the Filofax envelopes with some functional stickers in here. And that's what I have inside for right now. Nothing in the back pocket, nothing anywhere else. I was needing to mark my daily though as well. So I'm gonna have three things bookmarked with my rulers. These Filofax rulers that are clear, I absolutely adore. Really love these. Okay, so that is my planner set up for now, and we'll see how it changes. But I'm really happy that I went back to it, and I don't know, I'm just feeling very at home. This last week has been very peaceful, very calming. The size hasn't bothered me, or the narrowness of the paper hasn't bothered me at all. And I think that historically, I have used personal rings more than any other size, and I'm going to be happy in this until I decide that I want to move back to pocket. And I'm fine with knowing that that's probably what will end up happening. And this is, I mean, I won't have to do as much work when I decide to hop back to this. I'm going to leave this set up and sitting on my shelf, and I'll just have to update, you know, some things in the month and the year when I decide to hop back to this, probably by summer. I'm gonna say by summer I'll move back to that. But I am challenging myself to something that I don't think is gonna be a horrible thing. I am challenging myself to stay in personal rings for 1 month. So I was in it a couple of days before March began, and I'm going to stay in this size until April. That's my challenge, and I can do that. That's not a year of no purchases. That's staying in the same planner for 1 month. And I think that that's gonna feel really good, actually. What about you? Have you made it through the beginning of the year chaos or discontentment that we sometimes get after we have completely hyped up our planning system for the new year? I hope that everyone is doing well. I can't wait to talk to you in the comments, and I'm so thankful that you're here. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new around here and don't want to miss out on future videos, please consider subscribing. Thanks so much as always for joining, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye guys.